Yo, what's up? My name's Retro Pat, and I have some various tips and tricks, goals, and things to do today playing Dungeon Defenders. First things first, I need some Nessie pets for my remaining heroes that need them. Right now, my Squire has a Nessie pet, my Monk has one, my Summoner has two, and I believe my Series EV has one as well. So a lot of my characters have them. However, my Huntress, my Hermit, and my Barb are all missing them. So I'm going to go ahead and do another run, getting myself 4 more Nessie pets, and that'll fully kit out all of my characters and leave one Nessie over for when I finally make an 8th hero at some point. Just doing some general progress, as it's kind of what I'm in the mood for today, and it just sounds like a lot of fun. So I'm going to go ahead and jump into easy mode survival wave 23 on Deeper Well. You guys have seen me do this a couple times already, but it should be pretty simple, pretty easy now that I have all the gear and all the stats and everything on all these characters. It's actually like pretty freaking simple nowadays, it feels like. So let's go ahead and grab all this mana and do our setup. All right, here's the extent of the Squire setup. I can go ahead and do a Spike Blockade here as well for a little bit of extra defense and support, but this is the general layout. Now I'm going to go ahead and drop my mana, switch over to my Monk, and go ahead and throw up the auras that I always do over here. So I'm going to go ahead and throw up a Slowing Aura right here, and then a Strength Drain Aura on top of it, and the same goes over here. Look how fast my Monk is nowadays. It's kind of ridiculous. But another, same thing as over there. I'm going to try to fit a Slowing Aura here. Looks like I can't... Oh, I see the issue. This is something that I was kind of thinking about. Wow, okay. So my aura is so big now that I actually can't place them that close together since they overlap. That's kind of wild. So I need this aura to be out of range of the other one, which takes until it's about as close as possible. Here, that is actually just really funny. So let's... Oh, this one's even bigger. Okay. This whole area is just swamped with Monk auras now. All right, now I do need to start at wave 23 to make sure I actually get the Nessie drop, and I need to switch over to my Squire to make sure I do enough damage with my towers to actually be able to take on the wave. Let's go ahead and jump into it right here, right now. I went ahead and 1-starred most things. I can go ahead and put some upgrades into this because why not, but I'm mostly going to be looking to get more mana to 1-star that Harpoon that isn't completed yet, but these guys are super slowed. Getting taken care of already. We'll grab enough mana to go 1-star this Harpoon. Bam, bam. There we go. These Monk towers are stronger than ever. I've never seen them have this amount of slowing power. It's kind of ridiculous. It's just easier than ever. It's crazy that this, you know, a couple episodes ago, maybe 10 or so episodes, it's been a while, I guess, to be fair. This was the hardest thing I'd ever done in Dungeon Defenders, and now I'm just, it's easy peasy. Look at everything's getting destroyed. I don't have to, like, do anything anymore. I used to have to do, like, the most perfect, look how fast this odor is. I used to have to do the most perfect, like, strategic thing, and now I can just sort of kick back, relax, and let my towers fully do all the work, which was definitely not possible before. Never did I ever imagine I could do like AFK Nessie farming, yet here I am. If I really wanted to, I probably could just start the wave, walk away for 10 minutes, come back, and it would just be done and ready for me. It's really crazy how Dungeon Defenders works like that. I mean, it's definitely one of the only games where progression is so intense that you'll have the most difficult thing you've ever done eventually become one of the easiest things. It almost feels like level 1 on easy difficulty. All right, there's that wave complete. I do need to go ahead and do one more wave, and then I'll bring out all of my characters and get all my alt accounts up for wave 25. But for now, I'm probably going to go ahead and just jump into the next wave, just speed things up, because that wave did take a bit of time. That's one of the downsides. I don't really need the XP boost since you don't really get much XP from doing this. Like, look at the bottom right-hand corner. I've only gained like 6k XP from doing this, which is ridiculously low for like such a quote-unquote difficult thing. It's a crazy low amount of XP, but that's just how survival is. You just don't get that much XP, and that's okay. I'm not here for the XP. I'm here for the pet drops. Ogre going down with absolutely no problems. All right, there is that wave complete. The goblins still falling to their knees. Let's go ahead and now bring out all of my other characters, since that's what I'm going to need to get the maximum amount of Nessie drops. Now, this wave should be more difficult, technically, but I still don't think it's going to be that difficult, if I'm being totally honest. But I should keep that in mind, you know? Play it serious, be safe about it, just in case, because this wave should be the hardest one by far, for sure. All right, I bought out some characters that need the Nessie pet, as well as just all the characters possible. Let's go ahead and jump into it. I'm going to Control G here, which is going to actually force start the wave for everybody. I'll run around, grab the chest to pop all the mythical gear and everything to get that to despawn to give me a little more mana. Once I don't think I actually get mythical drops from this. I just said mythical gear, but I don't even think you do probably get mythical drops from this actually. Let's go ahead and head back towards it. Let's take care of it. Things should be pretty easy here. I'm going to run towards the shaman and just disrupt things a little bit, but it should be a pretty easy wave considering all things. I will have to keep an eye out for the ogre just in case, since it might be a little harder than usual. The ogre is over here. I'm going to pump some extra damage into him to help things out a little bit, get him stuck, let the harpoons sort of take care of him. But once again, I just don't see any issues with this. Went from the hardest challenge in all of Dungeon Defenders for me into now just essentially beating the first level. It's just nothing difficult anymore, which is awesome. The stats have started to pay off. I'm excited to see, dude, speaking of actually, my tower damage stat is around 800 or so. People in the comments have been saying they're super excited to see me hit 1k stats. And I mean, I'm super excited for that as well, dude. The idea of hitting plus 1,000 in a stat is just, that'll be such a cool milestone, dude. All right, I kind of want to try something here. I want to try to use my Summoner's Flash Heal. I need to get some mana first, but I've never used this ability. It's going to be hard to see since it's just the bottom right quadrant of my screen. It's not going to be the easiest thing in the world to see, but I do want to try to see how much I can heal. If I can even get my Summoner jumped over the minions and actually get back up to be able to go Flash Heal my towers. All right, I've got some mana. I've got it. Let's see, this thing is currently at, we can actually check the HP if I show details, 24,000 out of 35,000 HP. How much does this heal? Up to 32k, so it healed what? Like 8k or so HP? And it heals, the Flash Heal heals everything around the area. It's not just one thing, it's all the towers around. That's pretty insane, being able to Flash Heal like that. And bam, there we go. A bunch of Nessies have jumped into our box. We got 4 giraffe on a treadmills, I believe. 4 giraffe on a treadmills, 4 Nessie pets, all having different sizes and colors and such, but pretty similar stats, all just having that base plus 100, which is just, it's so good, dude. That's awesome. This is also an insane way to farm enough pets to go for that achievement. I'm pretty sure someone said there's an achievement for collecting like 30 pets or something, which is really, really cool since you get 8 pets, I believe, per completion of this, which is pretty phenomenal. But back to the tavern we go. Let's go ahead and go hero by hero and equip the new Nessie pets on the things that need them. There's only a couple heroes that still need them, which is nice. So let's go ahead and head over to the Defender's Forge. We'll release all of our guys for the time being and add them all one by one. First up is the Huntress. One of the craziest things to me, I'm pretty sure you only need, like, it's a really low level. It's like a ridiculously low level that you need to actually equip the Nessie pet. I'm pretty sure it's like level 15 or something stupid. A very, very low level is needed to actually equip the Nessie pet, which is very interesting to me. So there we go. Now my Huntress has the red Nessie, which is awesome. I think it fits the character, looks very cool, and the stats are drastically increased. Next up is my Barbarian. Let's switch on over to him. I love this character, my favorite hack and slash type character. Let's see what Nessie, I want to give him the strongest Nessie, the one that hits the hardest. So we're going to give him that Nessie. Another red Nessie. We'll put this into the pets page. I wonder if I were to unequip pets and put them in my bank, if it would count as like owning them. Because I have 8 here. Then if I put the other 2 in there, it makes for 37. So I only need to unequip 1 pet, I think, right? To technically own, quote unquote, 30 pets. Let's do that really quick. I wonder if this will actually get me the achievement or if I need to actually check. Let's item box it and see if that loads, see if that triggers anything. If I put all the pets in here, I should have 30 pets here, I believe, and then 8 of other items. Maybe it's counting the folder itself as one, so I need to unequip 1 more pet. Let's try that just for the sake of it. Let's unequip this giraffe on a treadmill and put it in the item box and see if it triggers. If it doesn't trigger, then I'll have to check the achievement page on Steam. Let's go ahead over to the item box. Throw this in the pets page. 39. Yeah, so it's not triggering. So that shows me that loading something. I may need to check out the achievement and just see what I need to do exactly. Someone did mention it in a YouTube comment, and I just believed it. So, I need to double check and everything, but let's go ahead and give the Hermit this pet, and we'll go back and give the Barb the one we already did, re-give it back to him. All right, here we go. Nice. All right, now all of my characters, I believe, have a Nessie pet in question, if I'm not mistaken, which is really cool. Huge statistical upgrade to every single character. The Summoner even gets 2 Nessie pets. I haven't grabbed the XP bonus on my Squire yet this level, so let's go ahead and go grab that. Get a free, is that 1 million XP for free? I mean, for free, quote unquote. That was an insane XP bonus. It's super worth to do that on like every character. I might go do that really quick. It's just so little mana for such an insane benefit. I'm going to quickly do that on like every single hero, honestly. If I haven't done it. What is that? Plus 472,000 XP. On my monk, it's going to be plus 891,000 XP. My summoner, I've already done it on this level. My barbarian is going to get over 1,000,000 XP, which is really, really cool. I think I've already done it on my hermit, if I'm not mistaken. No, I actually haven't. I'll get a free 891k, same as the summoner. Maybe it was the Series EV that I've already done it on. Just kidding, not that either. 891k XP, nice and free. Definitely, it's unbelievably worth the mana trade-off. Retro Pat, your alt account heroes are so strong now. You've got full mythical gear on everything. Almost everything's level 74. What else could you possibly have to do? No one's actually asking that. You guys know. I have so much to do. It's ridiculous. I'm just getting started. I feel like level 74 is probably like maybe the first part of mid-level gameplay in Dungeon Defenders. It's ridiculous how much I have to do still. But anyways, I think what my plan is right now, kind of a funny plan, kind of a silly one, but it's a personal goal, okay? This is going to be a personal goal. This is not going to be insane progress. It's not bad progress. I want to go ahead and go for 1 billion mana, okay? Sue me. I'm that guy. I want to get the number. I want to see big number. I want to be happy about it. I want to go for 1 mil mana. So I'm going to start doing hardcore mode, endless spires, and I'm going to see how long it takes to get. How much do I need? I need 155 million mana. I'm going to set a timer and see how long it takes me to get that. I already set aside a piece of, a set of leather armor for my huntress, so I don't even need to worry about keeping a set of armor or keeping anything for that. That's already done and taken care of, so I'm literally just going to be trying to get as much mana as possible in a quick amount of time. But Retro Pat, that's not a stopwatch, that's a timer. Why wouldn't you start from 0 and then count up like a stopwatch would instead of a timer? I already have this installed and I'm lazy and I like it. So let's go ahead and jump into hardcore mode, nightmare difficulty, endless spires. I'll show you guys the first run just in case you've forgotten it, because I'm sure you haven't seen this run a million times by now, but I'm going to try to do it decently quickly here if the mana can catch up to me. We're going to do it as decently fast as possible. And I do have a new way to do this. The cool thing is, my strategy for this is actually going to be decent. I'm actually also not going to waste time building the spike blockade and see if that's okay, which I think it will be. I think not building the spike blockades is actually super fine here, or it should be. I might regret this. I might if it doesn't work, I'll just change the test run. I'm going to start the wave here, grab that mana, start the wave there. I actually should have started it earlier. To get the minions to come in faster. Normally what I would do in my previous loop for 1 hour is I would grab that chest and like run over here, place the harpoon and start the wave there, and then I would run around, go grab that chest on the bridge. But I'm not going to be grabbing, okay, the issue is these spiders. I'm not going to be grabbing the chest on the bridge in the actual combat wave. I'm going to be grabbing that afterwards to get myself more gear. These spiders are causing problems for this harpoon. I might need to place one further back in the future. Now the ogre's coming in. I'm going to start jamming this around. I might even try. Okay, well, he's getting. What the heck got through? Oh, a Sharknado. Is the test run really going to be a failed run? That would be kind of poetic. This probably means that I do need spike blockades. I want to do this without spike blockades. That's not going to be possible. So we failed the test run. Honestly, I forgot to start the timer anyway, so that was probably a sign that I needed to be humbled and remember that I need to actually do this properly instead of sillily. Let's go ahead and grab the mana, and now we'll do the actual test run. Let's start the timer and let it run for like a second or two since we skimmed off a couple seconds there. Bam, there we go. We'll start our run now, show you guys what this should look like, and then we'll go from here, and I'll just be doing this run until I have enough mana. I'm curious to see how fast I can do one run within. That would be interesting. Let's head over here, place our little spike blockade, place our little harpoon, nice and simply. I probably want to go ahead and start the wave here. I'm going to test with that a little bit, but yeah, I'm going to start the wave there. I'm then going to head over and place a harpoon all the way back here, I think, to prevent... Did I place one back here? My goal is to prevent these spiders from being an issue, but I wonder if the Sharknado is an issue with that. We'll place a spike blockade there, facing the wrong direction. That's totally fine. Now the harpoon can't hit the Sharknado. I'm kind of having issues here, but we'll get this underway, okay? We'll get this in check, I promise. Let me actually just go ahead and defeat that. Then that's going to allow the Sharknado to roam free. That's definitely what I want. Okay. I promise you the actual hour will be a much better run. I'll get back to my normal stuff. I'm gonna go ahead and place these slice and dice. Part of the ogre. I probably want to switch to the summoner, hilariously, after each wave if I have the time to do it. This is the worst test run ever, I swear. Okay, let's put an upgrade on that. Place another slice and dice here. I'm almost dead. That's actually hilarious. Place more slice and dices. Let's loop around to go switch to our summoner quickly, since switching to our summoner will get us more mana, so I think it actually is worth it versus faster runs. I think it's gonna net me more mana if I do this every time and then do the route like this. So it is a new route. It is a new route, even though the towers are built the same. Oh, I actually don't need to pick up any of it as well. That's actually going to be, so this, oh, that alone allows for much faster runs. I just need to pop the chests, not actually pick anything up, and then that's going to dissolve it into mana, or it should. So let me pop all the chests, and then I'm going to return to tavern, or restart should work, I believe. I know that my total mana is 844, so I'm going to do this and then restart level. And let's see if this actually dissolves the mana into my thing. The only issue is now I do have to go switch back to the Squire if I want to do the Summoner strat. I think it actually is going to be worth it. Let's see if my total mana... My total mana didn't increase, so that doesn't work. Okay, this was supposed to be a test run, but things are... I mean, things are changing, and that's just how it works. So, okay, if I want to leave everything on the ground, I have to do the return to Tavern strat and then jump back into the level. Is it faster to... I think it's going to be faster to pick everything up, although I'm not sure. This was supposed to be a test run, but it's totally turned into like a figuring out a new strategy, like honing the strategy run as opposed to a test run. I'm gonna have to do a fair bit of this. I'm gonna have to do like a fair bit of this to actually get 1 billion mana, since I'm kind of messing it up now. Do the same. Okay, let's do the normal strat, the simple strat that we do last time. Simple stuff, easy peasy. Is it really gonna be worth to switch to the summoner? Here, I'll do one run. This is what I'll do. I will do one run. You know what? Let's restart. I got an idea, guys. I got a good idea. I'm going to do one run how my old run used to be, okay? Or just my old run plus... I'll do one run how my old run used to be, mostly off camera. I'll pause for a sec, and then I'll do one run with how my new run would be with the summoner switch. So let's go ahead and test this. Okay, this is the run. I lied a little, okay? The two runs that I'm going to test. This is the first run that I'm testing. As you can see, I'm around 2 minutes. I am going to switch to the summoner on both. The two tests that I'm going to do are to see if it's faster if I switch to the summoner and collect everything off the ground and then sell it all, which is faster and more mana per hour. Is it faster if I run through and collect everything, or is it faster if I just open the chests, return to the tavern, and then jump back into the level? If I return to tavern, I'm pretty sure or if I know what I have to do, actually. I just realized. I know what I have to do. I'm being so silly. What I have to do, here, this is going to be the objectively best strat. Dude, I'm learning so much here. It took me so much, like, live thought process. This is what I have to do. I don't have to open all the chests and restart the level. I don't have to open all the chests and return to tavern. What I have to do is open all the chests, start the wave, and then restart the level. Of course. I don't know what I was thinking. Obviously, that's the thing. And that looks like it's going to take around 2:45, maybe 3 minutes maximum per run. So there we go. That's the strategy developed. Took me a lot of thinking. Very slow brain. This should work really well. I'm going to go ahead and sell everything that wasn't locked as well. So let's go ahead and sell everything like that. And then everything left is for our Huntress once she reaches level 74. But now we're at 871 million mana. So that's our actual starting mana. Let's go ahead and see how long it takes me to get to 1 billion with this strat. Also curious to see how much mana I can get per run. I think that's all it's going to come down to. So I'm just going to time my one run. I know I'm changing a lot of things, guys. I appreciate you keeping up with this madness and chaos. I'm going to time one run starting now, okay? I'm going to time one full run and see how long it takes me to do the run and then jump back into the next run. And that one run, getting one run, and then seeing how much mana I gain from that one run, that's going to be all the information that I need, or it should be. So let's go ahead and do this. I have to learn the muscle memory. There's so much more to this run when I do this, when I switch to my summoner and I do this whole strategy. So there's definitely a lot more to learn with this. Let's go ahead and do this. Do the same thing as per usual. Probably going to jump down here and start the wave. Grab the mana. Thankfully, we still grab it. I'm going to head over here. I'm going to pop this harpoon up. Let the minions come forward. Orc is going that way. That's fine. Sharknado is on his way, as per usual. Normal stuff is happening. Normal stuff is happening. We're going to wait for the ogre. Spider is really annoying. We're going to try to dodge stuff. We're just going to lead everything over to the harpoon. Waiting for the ogre still. Here comes the ogre. Let's see if he comes this way or that way. He's going that way. I'm going to head that way as well to meet him. I'm going to set up enough slice and dices. This one archer is going to be annoying. We're going to bop him off the map. Perfect. Build now. We're going to build here. Try to build another. Just barely got it up. If I can build 3, it would make things a lot faster. Please don't get bopped off the map. Just kidding. I'm just going to upgrade this and heal this. That's how I know he'll get taken care of. Let's blood rage and go get ready to switch. I have to be ready. I have to be like at the forge to be fast enough every time to like truly be efficient. I'm going to switch over to the summoner. Okay. Pretty good run so far. Jump like this to hopefully, yep, correctly land there. We're just going to open. We're not going to grab. We're going to come over here. We're just going to pop every chest. Don't have to worry about grabbing stuff, which is super nice. I wonder if there's a character that would allow me to like maneuver. I wonder if like Portal Gun Huntress could make this crazy efficient or something really weird like that, you know? I feel like there's some really interesting stuff you can do. Also, 100,000 XP per run of this is really, really not bad. So we're going to do this. We're going to start the next wave. See how much mana is gained. 20 million mana. Then we're going to restart. I ended the recording instead of I fucked up. Okay. So what was it? 2.5 minutes. 2.5 minutes for 20 million mana. That is the ending number. That's all we have to know. So how much time is this going to take me? How many runs to actually get at peak efficiency, obviously, to get to 1 billion? Let's get our Windows calculator up and do some basic math. So I'm currently sitting at how much mana? Currently sitting at around 890 million mana. So I need around 110 million. So it just becomes 110 million mana divided by 20 million. That's 110K. 110 million. We're working in millions here, fellas. We got to keep that in mind. So 110 million mana divided by 20 million mana is going to be 5.5 runs at 2.5 minutes. Around 14 minutes, maybe 15 minutes if you're, you know, cautious about it. You want to over 15 minutes to get up to 1 billion mana. That's ridiculous. Let's do it. Well, there it is, fellas. 1 billion mana for the first time in Dungeon Defenders. Pretty cool, if you ask me. It only took me around 12 or 13 minutes of runs. There was a couple trips, a couple runs where I would actually get like 26 million XP or like 22 million XP per, which is truly ridiculous. The average XP is probably more than 20 million. It's probably around 22 or whatever it was. Let me bring up my calculator again. I want to do some math and do some testing. If I could gain, I'm still gonna I'd rather underestimate than overestimate. So let's say it's 20 million mana every 2.5 minutes. What's 60 minutes divided by 2.5, right? How many runs could you do an hour? Let's say 24 runs, maybe 23. Let's knock it down 1 just to add for some extra, maybe a failed run, something like that. It's good to add in that extra fail quotient. Since I don't know if that's the right word. It's definitely not the right word. I don't know math, bro. Let's say 23 runs. 23 runs times 20 million mana. You definitely could get more than this, I think, but that's putting you at 460 million mana per hour, which is more than that of my 290 mil, a lot more. So yeah, doing the summoner strat, switching to the summoner, and then hopping around and getting those chests and then just reset, and saving that one chest, like there's a lot of optimizations that have been made to the Endless Spires run that is just super, super cool. So I might need to do a loop for 1 hour, a full test of that. That would be kind of fun at some point. If you get almost 500 million mana per hour, that's unbelievable in Dungeon Defender. So maybe I'll do a guide on that at some point. But for now, thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you've enjoyed seeing the progress. Seeing the 1 billion mana is really crazy. Make sure to like this video if you did enjoy it. Dislike if not. Subscribe to the channel for daily videos. I'll see you guys later. Peace a freaking Reno.